Let me see, y'all. We going on an adventure. So, the stuff I'm going to show y'all today, or that I plan to show y'all, is not... Ooh, lizard. Hey, lizard. Oh, you was down there drinking water. Yes. Anyway, I like the lizards. They self-sustainable. They take care of themselves. Best pet you can have. Anyway, this, what I'm going to show y'all ain't necessarily something I just always show y'all, but okay, for those that, first of all, let me say this to all my new subscribers and all the people that's been watching, because I know it's spring and gardeners generally get more views in the spring anyway. Let's come over here and look at peas while I'm talking. But I want to say thank you to all the people that's watching my videos. Y'all done showed me how to do my harvest. See, if I put the harvest at the end, y'all will watch all the way to the end to catch the harvest. Look at my little panther. Come on, baby. Come on, tell the people how you walking so slow. Yes, you are. Hey, baby. Come on, sugar. So, he was in the bed with me this morning. Then he got up and been sunbathing. Since then, y'all see we had some rain. What I tell y'all about them limbs. Anyway, but I want to say thank you to everybody that's been watching. Please share, like, subscribe, or whatever the videos, however you say that. Y'all know I ain't your typical, what they be calling themselves, content creators. Baby, I just turned the camera on and started talking. So, thanks to all my new subscribers. I've been getting a lot of subscribers. So thank you to you all. I truly appreciate you. I truly appreciate the people for viewing. I truly appreciate the people who have been here since day one. And even if you haven't been here since day one, you've been here for a while. Tell them, Chrissy. Tell them. Okay, so Chris not going to say nothing. You want to go to visit Suzette? Huh? You want to go visit Suzette? You do? Okay, well, we'll set that up. Suzette, I got a box with some holes in it. I'm going to send him. So, back to what I was saying. So, this tree right here, it goes up and curves way over. And I know that's bright up there, so I'm not going to hold it up there too long. But I don't know if y'all can tell. There's a pecan tree. And that pecan tree, if we follow the ground and come up over here. Now, I don't know if a pecan got planted over here or if the roots, I want to say the roots sent this up, because that tree was covered with vines and ivy and smilax so bad that when I moved here, that tree would not make pecans. And I'm not saying that it won't make pecans now. I know I have seen old pecans in this yard, like shells and stuff. I don't know if the squirrels been getting them. That's probably what's been happening. The few that didn't make, maybe the squirrels get them. But that being said, when I noticed at first, I would see this here like this over here by the house. And I said, that's another reason why I think it's sending up suckers via the roots, because that's coming directly from the ground. And I know ain't no pecan been planted there. So the first couple of years, I would cut this sucker down, because y'all see how close it is to the house. That's maybe 12 inches from the house. Well, this is actually the carport part, but still, I don't want it that close to the house. That's too close, because pecan trees, anybody know them, they get big. So the third year, so I'm gonna leave this alone and just let it come up, because if that tree don't never bear, that's another tree. That would be two trees. And I do believe they were purposely planted, because that's the pear and that's the pecan. I do believe they were purposely planted decades ago, because if I had to guess, both of those are, I know they have to be old as I am, or maybe older. And I do think they were purposely planted on purpose along with that mimosa, because if you see the spacing, that's almost the exact same spacing. Now, these oaks, the squirrels planted them. They just planted, it's some ancient squirrels that, they 7th generation ancestors is still around here. But anyway, when this came up, I decided to leave it alone. I said, I'm going to leave it alone, let it do what it do. And what I'm going to attempt to do is dig this sucker up and plant it elsewhere, further away from the house. But I wanted it to be a halfway decent size before I moved it. Now watch this. The other day when I came out here, can y'all see this big green right here? See, this is old. It has bark on it. Can y'all see that bark? I know it's shady up under here. So those 3 were already there. This has started, but it was nowhere near that big. And then let me back up. Y'all follow that. That's all the way up there to the top up there. That thing had to grow 4 feet in the last 3 days. Because I kid you not, it was not that height a few days ago. Not even close. This most definitely at the season is getting dug up. And I'm going to try my best to transplant, and I hope and pray I don't kill it. Because it's at a good size to where I feel like I could move it somewhere and get me some good pecans out of it. Because I do like pecans. Pecans are so high. And then if I dig that one up, maybe I'll leave the other 2 suckers in case this perish. And then maybe I can dig those up. Or maybe I'll dig those up. Or maybe I'll look and see, can I air layer? But whatever I have to do, y'all, this don't make no sense. Don't worry about this up here. I'm getting a new roof put on there. Actually, I'm going to put it on. This ain't. I need to get on it before it get hot as I don't know what. But I want to show y'all this, though. Look at that. Y'all see those aphids and ants and things around? I got to hurry up, though. When I do it, I can't do it left-handed. I got to hurry up because them ants, they will bite the dog snot out of you. I'll have you to know. But I don't feel like, y'all probably can't even see what I'm doing. I'm really just wrapping this leaf around here and smashing all the aphids off. It's a couple of little places where this is going on. Those aphids up there, those black aphids up there, and those ants are protecting them. But ooh, and then I done fooled around and pushed so hard I done broke the branch. Caviar, anyone? I was trying not to get that on my hand. That was a fail. So I want to show y'all that on the pecan tree. So I'm happy with that. And I've got to figure out where I'm gonna plant that. But you know, y'all, it's hard to figure out where to plant stuff sometimes because pecan trees can get so big. My granny had a pecan tree in her front yard. It's still there. But later on in life, Granny got scared of that tree and got scared of limbs coming out of it hitting her house. So she started cutting back on that tree quite a bit. And I wouldn't be surprised if now that tree is dead. But I'm talking about used to drop thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pecans in one season. It dropped those small ones. But boy, were they tasty. Ooh, Lord. We got some new stuff going on. Look up under there. Look at all those goji berries. Let me get one of these off of here. They ain't quite ready yet. It still tastes a little bit like a pepper. And see there? That's about the size they get. Okay, that one was sweet. That first one gonna taste a little like a pepper, a little bitter on the back end. So Pentex, look at my papayas. Y'all see them? They showing out. Look at my cabbage collards. I'm gonna let them get some true leaves, and that's the Marion tomato. I'm gonna let them get some true leaves, and then that's gonna be on and popping. This over here is growing some leaves too. Hey baby, you decided to come in the greenhouse. It's a little warm. You want me to roll up those doors so that the air will come through? Huh? Okay, I'll roll them up in a minute. Just give me a second here. Don't talk too much shit behind my back, okay? All right, y'all. I took some cuttings from them carrots and put them in there. And I think I showed y'all before, but the strawberries that Angela sent me is doing real good. All this little new growth I'm seeing. So they're doing real good. I think I may have lost one. I had a squirrel come dig, and by that morning the roots was a little dried. I tucked the roots back. I thought I saw 2 or 3 good roots. I tucked back down in the dirt. Maybe it'll make it. Where we at? We ain't even at 10 minutes yet. I'm learning how to talk a little faster. How you like them apples? So, look at that. See, when I said digging, Can y'all see how that soil is displaced? That was nothing but a squirrel digging. So let me come up here and Pentex made mention about what was I doing to the roses. Was I feeding them, watering them, what? And y'all, let me tell y'all about these roses. I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. I don't know nothing about no roses. I ain't never looked it up. I heard people talking about pruning. I don't even know what you're supposed to do. When I moved here, this rose bush was almost dead. It was way smaller than this. If you think I'm lying, go back in my videos and see. It was almost dead. Only thing I started doing is when it would bloom a little bit, the only little research I did, it said something about deadheading. And what deadheading is, so see where it was some blooms here, I go back behind that and just cut it off. Now y'all see how these, just about all of them is just about spent. When the petals start falling off them like that, they about done. And a lot of time nowadays, I don't even wait till all the petals fall off. I just go ahead and I try to just go ahead on and cut back. Like for instance, see all this here? I'm gonna go and cut back to here. You can just take all the end with the blooms off. And to be honest, y'all, you can't kill this thing. So, well, at least not in my opinion. You can't kill it, so just cut it. If you cut it wrong, it's all right. They won't, I promise you, they won't arrest you. They won't arrest Donald Trump, so they definitely not going to arrest you for pruning your roses. But yeah, I try to kind of go back far as I can, and I'm sure it's probably more that I could be doing for this thing. You all that know about roses, you can tell me. I'm gonna be honest and tell you if it's a whole lot of work, I'm probably not gonna do it. But I did notice when I started doing this, come back here. I did notice when I started doing this that these roses really start responding. These are the biggest blooms that I've gotten. I've actually had people stop here and tell me, "Ooh, what are you doing to those roses?" And I said, nothing. Deadheading them, and I don't even water them. I don't feed them. And I'm gonna pick up all this what I'm dropping, y'all. But see how most of them is just about spent. And it always just looks like a carpet of petals on the ground. After these things get through doing what they're doing. Now you see the back part of this? Almost look like it's dead. I think this was part that during some of those frosting things that we got, I think that's what some of all this was back here. So yeah, the dead parts I do cut out. I will cut that out. And be careful. These roses that I'm fooling with, they do have thorns. So there may be some thornless roses. I think Robbie has some that maybe are thornless. Look at how big. I'm gonna let that stay a little while, even though that's looking crazy. But just like, see, you can tell where all the roses was. I must have missed that one. So I'm gonna cut that whole branch out of there. But never fear. It's gonna come right back. All this little dead stuff back in the back up against the house. I also cut it so it'll be away from the house. Just, you don't want, excuse me. You really don't want a ton of stuff just always growing up against your house. It's not good for your house. And like I said, be careful. I really should have on gloves because I'm lightweight getting stabbed. Cut this off. I kind of hate to cut it because I wish before the blooms died more would come on. But it almost seems like most of the blooms last the same amount of time as everything else. But you know, it is weird world. But that's all I'm gonna cut out of that right now. Look here. See, it was some blooms there. I never did cut that out. But can y'all see how after it bloomed, it branched right there? And so that'll shoot out some buds. So like I said, every time you cut this thing, it'll branch more, send out more stuff, whatever. You can't hardly kill these roses, in my opinion. At least if I haven't, then it's hope for you. Cause I'm telling you, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to this here. Like I told y'all, I don't know nothing about birthing no baby. I just do. I took the little bit of research and stuff, and just that little bit, and tried to take from it what I could. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm just not super interested in. I mean, like I said, they pretty, but child, when people get into it and they really putting they back into the roses, some mess you can't eat, and you'll fool around and something happen in the family and come on. I want you to go out there and eat them thorny roses. I really want to see people doing that. Like I said, I'm not saying something wrong with having roses, but y'all know who I'm talking about. These people that that's all they got. They ain't got nothing else. This is thorny. Oh, like I said, y'all, don't be like me. Get you some gloves. And some eyeglasses, because I'm about to put my eye out. Yeah, get you some gloves and some. Be careful. Don't be haphazard. Do as I say, not as I do. But y'all, I appreciate y'all for going with me for the ride today. As time go on and more of these blooms, this is just so big, I don't even want to let it go, even though a lot of these have, And if you know anything about roses and I'm doing this completely wrong, feel free to tell me in the comments, because I done told y'all I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. So, but until next time, see you guys later.